Good morning. In today's class, we discuss about conjugate lines concept, of which the first important concept is if two lines are given and they asked us to show that the given lines are conjugate with respect to a circle. So in that model, this is the problem. What the problem here is, show that the lines 2x plus 3y plus 11 equal to 0, 2x minus 2y minus 1 equal to 0 are conjugate with respect to the circle x square plus y square plus 4x plus 6y plus 12 equal to 0. So we have to show that those two lines are conjugate with respect to that given circle. So before solving this problem, what are conjugate lines? First of all, we know about the concept of conjugate lines. Already the concept of conjugate lines are discussed in our previous class, in our previous concepts class. Okay. So what are conjugate lines? That means the pole of a line of the given two lines, you take a line and you have to find the pole of a line with respect to the given circle. Then the pole of that line must lies on second line. Pole of the line must lies on second line, then the two lines are said to be conjugate lines. That means, suppose you have to find the pole of this line to this with respect to this circle, then you get a point P x1 y1 be the pole. So you substitute the pole in this equation, then the equations will be satisfied. That means 0 equal to 0. Then the given two lines are said to be conjugate with respect to this circle. This is the theoretical model. And in concepts class, I told you the condition. If L1x plus M1y plus N1 equal to 0, L2x plus M2y plus N2 equal to 0 are conjugate with respect to circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0, then the condition is L1g plus M1f minus N1 into L2g plus M2f minus N2 is equal to R square into L1 L2 plus M1 M2. That is the condition. If that condition is satisfied, then the given two lines are said to be conjugate lines. So we have to prove the given problem like this. So from what is the given circle x square plus y square plus 4x plus 6y plus 12 equal to 0, put it as first equation. From 1 you get 2g equal to 4, that means g equal to 2, 2f equal to 6, that means f equal to 3, c equal to nothing but constant g is 12. And what is the radius of 1? R is equal to root of g square plus f square minus c. Here root of g square means 4 plus f square means 9 minus 12. 13 minus 12 1. So R is equal to 1. And what are the given lines? 2x plus 3y plus 11 equal to 0. 2x minus 3y minus 1 equal to 0. So from second equation, the coefficients of x, y and constants are L1, M1, N1. So L1 equal to 2, M1 equal to 3, N1 equal to 11. And in the third equation, L2 is equal to 2, N2 is equal to minus 2, N2 is equal to minus 1. Now, if 2 and 3 are conjugate, these two lines are conjugate with respect to 1, then the condition is this one. What the condition is? L1g plus M1f minus N1 into L2g plus M2f minus N2 equal to R square into L1 L2 plus M1 M2. So you substitute the values in this condition. If the condition satisfies on both sides, and if you get both values, if you get same value on both sides, then the condition is satisfies. If this condition satisfies, then the given lines are conjugate lines. It is very simple. So you have to substitute here. So for that, so implies in first bracket L1g. What is L1 2 into g means again 2 plus M1 f. M1 is 3 and f is 3. F is also 3 n1 minus n1, which means nothing but minus 11 into L2G. L2 means 2 into G2, and M2 is minus 2 into what is F3 minus N2. N2 equal to minus 1. So minus of minus 1 becomes plus 1 is equal to R square. R is 1. So R square means 1 square into L1 L2. So 2 into 2 plus M1 M2. 3 into minus 2. So you have to take this. 4 plus 9 minus 11 into 4 minus 6 plus 1 is equal to 1 into 4 minus 6. This is nothing but 4 plus 9, 13 minus 11, 2. 4 plus 1, 5 minus 6, minus 1. 4 minus 6, minus 2. 1 into minus 2. It implies 2 into minus 1, minus 2 is equal to minus 2. So here the condition is satisfies. Therefore, the given lines are conjugate. The given lines are conjugate with respect to given circle. So the two lines are said to be conjugate. This is the simplest model, simplest method to prove that the given two lines are conjugate. There is another model also, you have to do it. Already I told you how you find the pole of a line with respect to a circle. ఆల్రెడీ మీకు నేను ముందు క్లాస్లో చెప్పాను, ఒక లైన్ ఇచ్చి సర్కిల్ ఇచ్చి పోల్ కట్టమన్నప్పుడు ఎలా కట్టాలనేది చెప్పాను. సో దాని ప్రకారంగా సపోజ్ ఈ లైన్కి ఈ సర్కిల్ దృష్ట్యా పోల్ కట్టారు అనుకోండి, మీకు ఒక పాయింట్ వస్తుంది. ఆ పాయింట్ని కనుక తీసుకొచ్చి ఇందులో వేసారు అనుకోండి, ఏమొస్తుంది? 0 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0 వస్తుంది. అయితే పోల్ కట్టడం, వచ్చిన పాయింట్ని ఇందులో ఇదంతా కొంచెం లెంగ్తీ ప్రాసెస్ కాబట్టి ఈ సమ్ము మనల్ని 4 మార్క్స్ అడుగుతారు కాబట్టి based on this condition we have to do this problem. This is also right and it is simple to everyone. That's why I prefer this model. Okay, next you have to do the same problem. If you are interested, you have to calculate the pole of this line with respect to this circle. Then after getting the pole, you substitute that pole in this line, then you get 0 equal to 0. That means this line passes through the pole of this line, then the two lines are said to be conjugate lines. Okay. Yeah, in this conjugate model there is another problem also. I will take that model after noting this. So please note down. Now the second problem is, in this problem they asked the value of k if the lines are conjugate with respect to this circle. Here we don't need to prove the given lines are conjugate. Already the problem itself told us the given lines are conjugate with respect to a circle. If those lines are conjugate, then we are going to find the value of k. So see how we solve this problem. Actually same method as like previous problem. Given circle s identical to x square plus y square minus 2x minus 4y minus 4 equal to 0, which is first equation. From the here 2g equal to minus 2, 2f equal to minus 4, c equal to minus 4. If 2g equal to minus 2, g equal to minus 1, 2f equal to minus 4, f equal to minus 2. Now first we are going to find the radius of one is r equal to root of g square plus f square minus c is equal to root of g square means 1, because of minus 1 whole square 1, f square minus 2 whole square 4, minus of c means minus 4, minus of minus 4. That means it is plus 4 plus 1 9, root 9 means 3, r value is 3, and given lines we note down here, and from these 2 and 3, from 2 L1 M1 N1 we note here L1 as k, M1 as 3 and N1 equal to minus 1, and from 3, so this is from 3 L2 equal to 2, M2 equal to 1, N2 equal to 5. So by the problem the lines 2 and 3 are conjugate with respect to the circle 1. Then the condition is L1G plus M1F minus N1 into L2G plus M2F minus N2 equal to R square into L1 L2 plus M1 M2. This is the condition for two conjugate lines with respect to a circle. Now we substitute the values in this equation and then we get the value of K. So see, implies what is L1? K into G. G means minus 1 plus M1. What is M1? 3 into F. F means minus 2 minus N1. N1 is already minus 1. So minus of minus 1 into next L2G. L2 means 2 into G minus 1 plus M2. M2 is 1 into F is minus 2 minus N2 means minus 5 is equal to R square. R is 3. So R square means 3 square into L1 L2 2 into K plus M1 M2 3 into 1. So friends, observe here. It is minus K minus 6 plus 1. This is minus K minus 6 plus 1 into minus 2 minus 2 minus 5. Minus 2 minus 2 minus 5 is equal to 9 into 2K plus 3. Implies it is minus K plus 5. Sorry, minus K minus 5. Minus K minus 6 plus 1 minus 5 into minus 9 is equal to 9 into 2K plus 3. So you have to cancel this 9 and this 9 because it is multiplication. 9 and 9 cancel. Here minus 1 remains. Already here also minus. You take minus as common, it becomes K plus 5 and this minus and this minus becomes plus. K plus 5 equal to 2K plus 3. So you send this K to this side, 2K minus K, and this 3 comes to this side, 5 minus 3. Implies 2K minus K, K is equal to 2. So the value of K is 2. So once again you have to observe here minus 2, minus 2, minus 4, minus 5, minus 9. So this minus and here minus K minus 5. You take common as minus, it comes as minus of K plus 5. Into minus 9. So you put another step here for your clarity. It is nothing but like this. This 9 and 9 is cancelled. Here minus 1 and here you take common minus 1 and from this K plus 5 equal to 2K plus 3. So then what happened? You can write another step. This minus into minus becomes plus. So K plus 5 is equal to 2K plus 3. From this you get here. You send this K to this side, 2K minus K, and you take this 3 to this side, 5 minus 3. So that means K equal to 2. So like this we are easily find the value of K if the given lines are conjugate lines. So friends, conjugate lines is one more important model. As per your public point of view, this problem is asked for 4 marks. So when it is asked for 4 marks, you have to follow this method, which is very easy to solve and simple. So you have to note down this model. Note down. So next problem is, so you have to observe this problem. Find the slope of polar. Find the slope of polar of 1, 3 with respect to the circle. Also find the distance from center to it. Friends, in this problem there are 2 parts. In the first part they asked us to find the slope of polar. So you have to observe, we are going to find the slope of a polar it is possible only when we find first the polar, what the polar is. So first of all we have to find the polar of which 1, 3 with respect to that circle. So first of all we are going to find the equation of a polar of P 1, 3 with respect to the given circle. Then once we get the polar equation, then it is very easy to find the slope of the polar. Very easy. The formula is minus x coefficient by y coefficient. So it is very easy to find the slope. That is the first part. And after that, there is another question included in this problem. What is it? Also, find the distance from center to it. It means, here what is it? It means nothing but polar. So, after that we have to find the distance from center to that polar line. So, how we solve this? So, this is the solution. Given circle is given, and put it as 1. From given circle, 2g equal to minus 4, 2f equal to minus 4, c equal to minus 4. Therefore, g equal to minus 2, f equal to minus 2. Center also there is a need to find center also, because in the second part we have to find the distance from center to that polar. That's why I find center also. Center formula minus g minus f is equal to c. Minus g means minus of minus 2 plus 2. Minus of minus 2 plus 2. 2, 2. And the given point is p 1, 3. First of all, we are going to find the equation of a polar of p 1, 3. With respect to first equation is formula s1 equal to 0. S1 means we know the formula x1 plus y1 plus g into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c equal to 0. Now we substitute the values here, implies x into x1. x1 means point P, this is x1 and this is y1. So x into 1 plus y into y1 means 3 plus g. G means minus 2. So this plus becomes minus because of minus 2 into x plus 1. x1 is 1 minus 2 into f is also minus 2. So minus 2 into y plus y1 is 3, and what is c? Minus 4 equal to 0. So if we multiply x plus 3y minus 2x minus 2 minus 2y minus 6 minus 4 equal to 0. Minus 2 into 3 minus 6 minus 4 equal to 0. So implies x minus 2x minus x, 3y minus 2y plus y, and minus 2 minus 6 minus 8 minus 4 minus 12 equal to 0. So you have to multiply the throughout the equation with minus x minus y plus 12 equal to 0. This is the second equation, which is polar. So in the first part, what they asked, slope of the polar. So they asked us to find the slope of the polar. So now slope of the polar is equal to minus x coefficient by y coefficient formula. So this is equal to, what is x coefficient? 1. Minus 1 by, what is y coefficient? Minus 1. Minus minus cancel. The slope of the polar is 1. So at this point we complete the first part in the problem. Now what is the second part? Now we are going to find the distance between from center to polar. It means polar. So distance from center to second equation. Now distance from C, center C 2, 2 to second equation is equal to modulus of formula ax1 plus by1 plus c by root of a square plus b square. Distance from a point to a line formula, perpendicular distance from x1 y1 to a line. So you have to substitute here. A means x coefficient, it is 1 into x1 means 2, b minus 1 into y1 means 2 plus c means 12 by root of a square. A square means 1 square plus b means minus 1 whole square. So this is nothing but 1 into 2. Okay, I write here. This is 2 minus 2 plus 12 by root 2. This 2 cancel. It is nothing but 12 by root 2. And it is nothing but, how we write it? 6 into 2. 6 into 2, 12 by root 2. This root 2 cancel root 2 times. It is nothing but 6 root 2 units distance. So center to that line polar is, the distance between center and the line is 6 root 2 units. Okay, this is the another model. Okay, it is also very easy. In this problem there are two parts. One is find the slope of the polar. So to find the slope of the polar, first of all we have to calculate the polar, what the polar is, and then you simply find the slope of that polar by using the formula minus x coefficient by y coefficient. And in the second part they asked us the distance between center and that means there is polar, distance between center to the center of the circle to the polar. We also find that one here. This is the problem. Note down. So friends, the next sum is on the board. You have to observe it. Find the locus of the point, the polars of which with respect to the circles, this is one circle and this is another circle, are mutually perpendicular. If there is a point on the locus means group of points. Of those group of points you have to take a point, let P x1 y1 be the point in the locus. So with respect to this point, you have to find the polar of this circle and this circle. If these two polars are mutually perpendicular, then what is the rule? If two lines, polar is nothing but a line. So if two polars means two lines are perpendicular, then what is the condition? Slope, product of their slopes equal to -1. If you do that, the product of slopes equal to -1, then you got the locus of P x1 y1. Very simple problem. So here given circles 1 and 2 we take, and let P x1 y1 be the point in the locus. Now what we are going to do now is, equation of polar. We have to find the equation of polars. So first equation of polar of P x1 y1, this P x1 y1 with respect to 1. First equation with respect to first equation. So you have to find the polar. Then what that polar is? S1 equal to 0 formula. So x1 plus y1 minus 2 into x plus x1, because g minus g. So minus 2 into x plus x1 minus 2 into y plus y1 minus 8 equal to 0. So this from this x1 plus y1 minus 2x minus 2x1 minus 2y minus 2y1 minus 8 equal to 0. So from this take x terms as common, it is x1 minus 2 into x plus take y as common, y1 minus 2 into y minus 2x1 minus 2y1 minus 8 equal to 0. This is the second equation. Not second equation, third equation. And now again you find the equation of polar of Px y1 with respect to second circle also. Now equation of polar of Px1 y1 with respect to second equation. So second equation is S1 equal to 0, formula x1 plus y1 plus g into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c equal to 0. So formula you have to substitute x into Sorry, this means x1. Okay, you have to write directly also. So you have to apply x1 equal to 0 for this circle. Directly we have to write like this: x1 plus y1 minus g. So minus 1 into x plus x1 plus 3 into y plus y1 f. Here it plus f. So plus 3 into y plus y1 minus 2 equal to 0. So from this it is x1 plus y1 minus x1 plus 3y plus 3y1 minus 2 is equal to 0. Now we take common as x, then what will remain here? x1 minus 1 into x from these two terms, and from these two terms y1 plus 3 into y1 plus 3 into y, and constants are minus x1 plus 3y1 minus 2 equal to 0. This is the fourth equation. Now first we have to find slope of third equation. Slope of third equation is equal to, for third equation this one. Formula slope of third equation minus of x coefficient. What is x coefficient? x1 minus 2 by y coefficient. y1 minus 2. And slope of fourth equation for this minus of x1 minus 1 by y1 plus 3 by the problem 3 and 4 are perpendicular, because the problem says the two lines are mutually perpendicular, polars are mutually perpendicular. So third is a polar, fourth is another polar, those two are perpendicular. So perpendicular kabatti, then condition slope of 3 into slope of 4, because if two lines are perpendicular, then product of their slopes equal to minus 1. So slope of 3 into slope of 4 equal to minus 1. So minus of x1 minus 2 by y1 minus 2 into minus of x1 minus 1 into y1 plus 3 equal to minus 1. So here if this minus into minus becomes plus. So x1 minus 2 into x1 minus 1 is equal to minus of is equal to, we send these to this side, it is already minus here, minus of y1 minus 2 into y1 plus 3. So implies x1 minus 2 into x1 minus 1. So you bring this to this side, y1 minus 2 into y1 plus 3 equal to 0. So this is the locus. So we write it as locus of Px1 y1 is x minus 2 into x minus 1 plus y minus 2 into y plus 3 equal to 0. Very simple. Okay. So in the problem itself they told that the polars of two circles are perpendicular. So you have to find the polar of those two circles with respect to a point in the locus. So we take that Px1 y1 be the point in the locus, then we have to find the polar of this circle with respect to Px1 y1, and again polar of Px1 y1 with respect to this circle. So two polars will be obtained. After that, the problem itself tells us those two polars are mutually perpendicular. So if two lines are perpendicular, then the condition is product of their slopes equal to minus 1. So we have to find the slope of 3 and slope of 4. Then according to the condition, slope of 3 into slope of 4 equal to minus 1. We substitute the slopes here and simplify it, then you get the locus. So finally you take a point Px1 y1 like that. So that locus of Px1 y1 is x minus 2 into x minus 1 plus y minus 2 into y plus 3 like this. Okay. Okay. So, and in the next session we do some more problems. In the next session we do some important problems, and after that I think circles will be completed in 2 more sessions or 3 more sessions only. It requires 2 or 3 classes to complete the concept of circles completely. So you have to recollect all the concepts and problems which I told you are very, very important. So you have to observe clearly and you have to do the home assignments also. After completing this session, I will upload home assignment 5 also. You have to do some problems which gives better practice to you for facing the public examination confidently. Okay? Thank you very much.